today. From State Farm Stadium in Glendale, Arizona, it's Week 6 of the NFL on EA Sports.
Some of those in the silver-haired community would say it's a great day for golf, and it is, don't get me wrong, but we say it's a great day for football, and the roof is wide open here in Glendale at State Farm Stadium. Today, we've got a good NFC matchup on tap between the Washington football team and tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards. And the Arizona Cardinals. So out comes the Washington offense onto the field. And a look here at their go-to guy under center.
Okay, I thought there was something to build on in last week's game by his performance. I thought he played fairly well overall. The numbers won't knock your socks off. 2 touchdown passes and an interception. The bottom line, though, they lost.
Yeah.
How does he eliminate that one interception, continue to take care of the ball, and maybe increase the number of times he puts the ball in the end zone with a receiver?
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
Washington.
Patterson on the carry. Give him 10 yards on the pickup, and that'll make it 2nd and a foot or so.
41. 10 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and inches.
Now left side, a completion to his tight end. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. That one, a 1st down pickup of 8.
And the Washington.
The numbers for him from a week ago. 8 catches, 71 yards, and a touchdown.
And he's able to pull that last pass in, but this is usually a pretty tough unit to try and maneuver against. They're in the top 10 in the league against the pass, and you and I both know there's not much difference between 1 and 10.
Give him back-to-back catches now. That one for 16, and another 1st down.
Washington.
They're going to look to throw. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
They've given up a few 1st downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
Now a toss left side into the hands of his tight end. And he fumbled it. It's on the ground. And this is recovered by the Cardinals.
The pass. A fumble on the play.
So here are the Cardinals now with a long field ahead. At a glance at the man under center at 6'5", he always demands attention.
And what a game he is coming off of.
Oh, unbelievable.
Absolutely, and you know how much I love the history of the game. He broke a record held by the Dutchman,
Norm Van Brocklin,
right? You got to go all the way back to 1951, and he threw for 554 yards in that game. And later, won a championship as a quarterback of the Philadelphia Eagles in 1960.
And now, oh, and this ball's tipped and intercepted. Picked off by Grant Delpit. And a terrific return as he takes this thing all the way down near the 20-yard line.
Intercepted.
They told us repeatedly earlier in the week in our meetings, we need some plays from our defense here on the road early. They got one.
And don't think they were above all week long pointing out to their defense that the other defense is rated higher than them. You going to let that happen, guys? Is that how we're going to play? And they responded to the challenge.
Not much there, only a yard.
The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield.
And this play a lot like the previous one, thanks to that stout Cardinal defense. Back-to-back, they've been tackled behind the line. Out of the gun now on 3rd down. Flushed out right. Give him 8 yards that time on the scramble, and now 4th down.
Well, partner, nothing comes open here, so he decides to escape out of there, and he doesn't pick up a 1st down, but he does gain additional yardage to set up a possible field goal attempt if they decide to go that route.
And the 12-year veteran knocks it right through, and it's 3-0 Washington.
Cardinals.
They got the interception, but very little movement after, and that forces them to settle for 3. And it does feel like settling when that happens, doesn't it?
It certainly does, but we got to give a lot of credit where it's due, and that's to the defense because they ran onto the field. It's what we call sudden change, right? Interception, you got to go put out the fire, and they did, holding them to a field goal.
Now out Out comes their leader and the captain of this offense back onto the field. And he comes out on the heels of an interception he threw last time they had the ball.
Yeah, and you know, the quarterbacks that I know that are the best ones, the ones that really know how to lead their team, they tell them, that's on me. That's my bad. But let's go back out there and move ahead again, guys. We can get this done.
One good thing for him, it did only lead to 3 points and not a touchdown after that turnover.
Big thanks to the defense.
15 yards on the play, first down.
We know he has pretty good hands on display there. In fact, he only needed one of them.
Yeah, nowadays, all these receivers work on this, right? They do the one-handed catches off the machine in practice. They do it with their quarterbacks. They do it contested, uncontested. They make it part of their repertoire.
A gain of 6 there on first.
Defensively here, you're facing a top-5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high power, you got to find a way to hold them under 20. Because to me, that's the magic number. 20-point score gives yourself you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
Oh, a battle for it here, and this will be caught. And he is going to have a Cardinals first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. That gain on third down, good for 28.
So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20.
Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw.
And he's going to look that one in, one-handed. What a catch for the touchdown.
Good bounce-back drive right there through the pick on drive number 1. Drive number 2 leads them right down the field into the end zone.
Agree totally. Excellent bounce back, tremendous poise, confidence never lost, and obviously he transmitted that to his teammates as well. What a really nice drive.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
And this carries into the end zone. And this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25.
At their own 25-yard line.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense.
They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a first down now. Now he dumps this off over the middle. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down.
Gain of 9.
Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's 2nd and a yard from the 34. A shotgun handoff to Patterson, and he'll be brought down right around the 37.
I know what you're thinking out there. I know a lot of you are thinking, take a shot downfield. It's a great spot for it. I'd say maybe later in the game, definitely in the second half. But right now, I think they were just trying to get some momentum built. Get a first down, pick it up, and keep moving.
And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41.
38, the ball carrier.
Well, on every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown. So a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now, hopefully get to the perimeter later. And let's face it, you could do worse than a 4-yard run on first down.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Now back to throw. That's complete to his receiver, McLaurin. And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a third down.
Third down.
Here's Patterson. And that one going nowhere from the start as he's met in the backfield and goes backwards. That'll make it 4th down after a loss of 1.
Brings up 4th down.
Washington going to send out their punter. After 1, 7-3 the score on EA Sports.
Washington 3.
Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. 39 yards on the punt, give him just 1 yard on the return. Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. And that last drive, so effective in the passing game, resulting in the touchdown. maybe not many people were focused on the trenches. There was good protection there.
Excellent protection. So now defensively, you've almost got to get down to those starters blocks like you're a sprinter. Get lower than those guys on offense and find a way to roar through them or around them to get into the face of the passer.
Easier said than done, though.
Way easier said than done. But they've got to try something because right now they're just...
He's got the lane, and there he goes. And all the way down inside the 25 before he's out of bounds. A big play there on the catch and run. 61 yards. So barely time to catch our breath. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the red zone. Now here's a look for the end zone, but that one's going to wind up incomplete.
Well, so much for getting separation. No chance there. Locked down tight, forcing the incompletion on that attempt.
Well, once again, they'll go from the 23-yard line on 2nd and 10. This will be caught inside the 10. And he'll take this one in for the Arizona touchdown. 23 yards for the touchdown. And the Cardinals now adding on to their lead. Great corner route there. Not only able to catch it, turn it upfield, and get into the end zone.
It usually involves a little bit of an extra move, doesn't it? You got to get them thinking that you're moving to the middle of the field and you're breaking away to that corner. Boy, that was well executed.
Take it at about the 1. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23.
1st and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. They trail now 14-3, an 11-point deficit as they start things out with a 1st and 10. And he'll get about 3 as he takes this up near the 25.
Carried by number 30.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
Here's a 2nd and 7. And this is going to be incomplete.
Quarterbacks work all the time on manipulating a defense with their eyes and their head movement. In this case, he just stared the receiver down. That allowed for excellent coverage, able to knock that one away.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. He'll find his man on the comeback route, complete.
The pass.
And he takes this up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. It'll go as a pickup of 14 and a Washington 1st down. Looking to throw. He's just going to dump this one off to his fullback out of the backfield. That catch good for only a couple.
You'll see too many pass-catching fullbacks nowadays, partner. In fact, you'll see too many fullbacks, period.
Good news, though, he does have decent hands, and we saw it right there on display. Going to throw right side here, complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. A gain of 13. It's a 1st down.
Washington.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And a quick throw here, that's complete.
The pass.
And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another 1st down. Again, he'll drop to throw. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he'll be pulled down as a penalty flag will rein in as well, and that would appear to be a face mask. So that flag will cost him 15.
And it doesn't matter anymore how you get the face mask. Any part of it, that's going to be 15 yards.
So a big penalty there on the face mask leads to 1st and 10. They'll look to throw again. Got a man, it's Patterson, complete. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Washington. A great effort there. His 2nd touchdown on the season.
And Washington able to make this a close game again.
There are several elements to a well-executed screen pass. This one resulted in a touchdown. It had all of those elements.
Yeah, you're so right, because you really need the rush to almost get to the quarterback, almost get to the passer. Then you've got to get the ball thrown perfectly, whether it's to the running back, the wide receiver, whoever the screen guy is. And, of course, the blocking has to form in front to get him downfield for the touchdown.
On for the extra point, Jake Elliott. And he's got it. That cuts the lead. It's now 14-10. So this drive spans 7 plays.
And it was polished off by a Washington touchdown.
Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away.
That'll be taken about a yard deep. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24.
First and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
Here comes the field general leading his offense back out there for the next possession. And he's looked pretty good. Does have the 1 interception, but 2 touchdown passes so far. Your analysis?
They'll take the offset. When you talk about throwing 2 touchdown passes, no one wants to see an interception thrown, but those things happen in the course of a ball game and over the course of the season. But throwing 2 touchdown passes, that's why the team has an advantage. That's what they're looking for more of.
He'll be hoping to make it a 3-to-1 ratio here in the second quarter. Back to throw now on first down. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Well, we always talk about how you've got to be quick when you go through your progressions, and here's another prime example. Trying to look downfield, he was standing in the pocket, but just couldn't find anyone open, could he?
No, not enough time. They hit him and forced that incompletion. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
A lot of times it's that first read that you have. Maybe you get it in pre-snap, and he locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
Back to throw again. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. A big one there on third down. They hit for 30 yards. What a first half this has been offensively. I mean, defensively, what do you do when you're getting torched like this?
Now, these receivers are absolutely wearing them out. So 2 thoughts come to mind. 1, get some oxygen. You fill up your lungs a little bit. And number 2, talk to your guys up front. You need a pass rush to help slow them down.
And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. So the pass incomplete in the end zone, but contact and pass interference.
And now where does the ball get placed?
At the 1-yard line.
1-yard line. They gave up excellent real estate on that one. That's going to work really, really well for the guys who threw it.
They'll try and run for it on first and goal. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. A great play there. With touchdown number 12 on the year. And the Cardinals push further out in front. People always talk about one of his biggest strengths running the football, vision, and he found the spot there, went into the end zone.
You're exactly right about that. It wasn't just the vision, right? Once he saw the gap, decisiveness, made up his mind, and about the power to finish the play. Not only did he get good blocking, he created his own space as well.
Going after right down the middle, and that makes it a 21-10 game. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
Taking it about the 1. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped at the 23-yard line.
At their own 23-yard line.
Now we get another look at Washington on offense.
They'll look to make some inroads here, trailing 21-10 as they come up on a 1st and 10. They're going to start the drive here on the ground with Patterson. A gain of 3, second down.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. There's a ball thrown right side and complete. And he's going to be out up around the 45-yard line. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains.
But one of the ways that quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. You and Jonathan Coachman both larger than life.
No doubt about it.
But you're stuck with me in this booth,
yes,
and he's miles away and smiling.
And happy.
7 yards there on the first down screen play.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid game.
Here's a throw to his running back. It's complete. And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
But they certainly made a point of getting him involved in the passing game here in the first half. They must have seen something in the scouting that said, hey, we can capitalize on him getting the ball, possibly in the open field. And I think in the second half, that may loosen up the defense a little bit to get the running game going back inside.
So line of scrimmage still the 39 on 2nd and 10. And the pressure will bring him down here. The Cardinals get home for the sack. They'll get to the line here, but remember, it's also 3rd down.
3rd and
that will be incomplete.
the pass.
Washington going to send out their punter as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time.
4th down.
A very nice punt that time, but they get 11 back on the return. And the Cards will take over 1st and 10. There again is the running back as he trots onto the field. He's only had a couple of carries. I mean, when you've got a horse like this, 2nd quarter, got to start to ride that horse a little more, don't you?
You can't just neglect him. He's got to touch it and off it in order to get maximum out of him. Typically, these types of backs, it's the accumulation of carries, and that's when you see the damage as the game goes on.
Yeah, let's see. They're going to try to get him into the flow, we would assume here. And boy, that one drops incomplete, but if he was hit a fraction sooner, it may have been a fumble. They'll set up to throw. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off near the 29. And he will bring this one back. It is a pick 6 for a Washington touchdown. You think you're going into halftime with a good-sized lead. Not so fast. That pick 6 really changes the complexion. Probably also changes the halftime speech.
No doubt about it. Instead of going in relaxed, you're probably a little more uptight right now. Probably a little bit angry. Let's see if they can get their focus back.
Elliott on for the extra point. And he's got it to make this a 21-17 game. So the defense creating some points, not only getting the interception, but then returning it to the end zone for the pick 6.
Set to kick off.
That'll be taken about a yard deep. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 29-yard line.
Getting set to go again as we look at the back heading onto the field again. And the good news, his team's winning. The bad news, he hasn't had the game that he's hoped to, at least to this point here in the 2nd quarter.
And a lot of that is pride, because these types of backs want to be in the center of all the action and leading their team to victory. They'll take the win right now, hoping to jump his game up as this one moves on.
Yeah, he probably wants a little bit more of the spotlight going forward. So not quite a first down just yet as they come up on second and less than a yard. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's third down.
Forced to the ground.
That's an excellent play by the defender. He diagnosed that one, closed quickly, and helped force the incompletion.
On third and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. He'll air this, and it's caught inside the 30. And he is going to have a Cardinals first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. Now the Cards going to call another timeout, their second, as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
Incomplete in the end zone. Grant Delpit on the coverage.
After the incompletion, here's second and 10 from the 20. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Incomplete.
This offense was on the move. Now two straight incompletions have them looking at third and 10. They'll throw now on the final play. He's got his man. It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. A 20-yard touchdown. And the Cardinals will extend their lead. You knew time was going to run out, so this had to be in the end zone, and somehow they were able to find a window and get it done.
Very easy for us to talk about up here that, yes, all that had to happen, but when time's running down, sometimes your brain compresses a little bit too. They showed great poise, understanding of situation, making sure they got to the end zone in order to complete that pass and take a nice momentum into the locker room.
All right, Brandon, thanks. A few teams.
And just like that, on we head to half number 2.
Jake Elliott set.
The Cards with a lead, and they will get this football first as the second half gets started. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And this return will net positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line.
Their own 27-yard line.
So here are the Cardinals to take over. They've got the lead right now in this ball game, and they got the victory last week against the Rams, so some good momentum as they come up first and 10. A good start to the drive here as that's caught out on the left side. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. Good yardage after the catch. Is that play good for 30 and a first? And this is going to be caught. He won the fight for the football. It's a first down, his fourth catch of the game after having 3 in the first half. That's the number 2 receiver in the NFL in terms of yardage, and tell you what, a few more plays like that, he won't be number 2 for long.
But that's what often happens when you have competitors running around the field. These guys know where they stand in relationship to yardage, totals, numbers, the whole deal. And let's face it, all of them, they all want to be number 1.
Back-to-back nice plays, 12 yards that time and a first down. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw to the goal line, but it's incomplete.
Well, that one's all about the defender making life difficult for the receiver. Very tough for a guy to hold on to the football through all that contact. He ends up forcing the incompletion.
On second down now, it's Burke, and stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. It's a good gain of 11, sets him up first and goal. They'll keep it on the ground. It's Burke. They're able to get a couple here, but won't get across the plane as they stop him right around the 1.
A pickup of 2. Brings up second and goal.
Second and 1. And that is caught. Touchdown, Cardinals. A 1-yard touchdown reception. And the Cardinals now adding on to their lead.
That drive that really increased their cushion felt very military to me. Very precise, methodical, that's one of the words you've taught me, and they just got it done.
And slowly but surely now starting to pull away a little bit. Things looking good for them here in the third quarter.
Not only pulling away, but you mentioned that slowly but surely, you also drain clock too with a drive like that, so you really give yourself an advantage.
team on the field now as they will send this one away.
Fielded just outside the goal line. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21.
At their own 22-yard line.
First possession of the second half now for Washington.
And down on the scoreboard, certainly needing to avoid what happened on the last drive, punting the football.
Sense of urgency has to take over for them here. They know the score. They know the situation. And by the way, the punter no longer exists for their offense. That's how they have to treat this drive.
They need points.
Big time.
On first down, Patterson. And they're able to get this one across the 35. 15 yards is the pickup there, and the drive starting very nicely. First down.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
And they will only muster a yard here to the 38. Credited with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
They went right back to him, but he pretty much had nowhere to go on that play.
Now, the previous carry looked pretty good. That one, maybe he was a little tired. I don't know.
Yeah, maybe he should have tapped out and had a second back come in and maybe make that run. Who knows?
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. They'll look to throw. The Cards get to him here. He's brought down for a sack.
I think we've seen this before. Someone's down 3 scores. That situation there, it's just going to add to their growing frustrations, don't you think?
Yeah, not bad. Number 3 right now. 3-score game, 3rd quarter, 3 and out, not what they wanted. And you can tell on the sideline, those faces are getting a little bit longer as this one goes.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually, that becomes man on man. And you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
So a good punt, but a solid 12-yard return.
And out will come the offense as they take over. So good field position for the Cardinals as they come up 1st and 10 at their 35-yard line. Looking left side, and it's complete. Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. The catch and run going to wind up netting him 33 yards.
Just more of the same there, partner. Guys have just been running free in the secondary this entire game. No pass rush, a lot of passes completed. It's been an easy day for them.
They'll run on first down. Burke down to the 30 after a gain of 3.
Ball carried by
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7.
30-yard line. It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd.
He'll drop to throw. No, he almost had it.
The pass.
Already with 1 interception, just missing his 2nd there.
I know that interception was dropped, and it would have been their 3rd of the game, and I will guarantee you, in the huddle, on the bench, all the defensive guys have been talking about is, we've got this guy right where we want him. Who's going to get the next one? It almost becomes a challenge, and they missed a golden opportunity.
And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1.
I think we all understand his disappointment. He didn't quite get to the end zone, and you know it's just got to be tough to see a yard line underneath you after a play like that. Still, all in all,
he's got his man. It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. From a yard out, and the Cardinals push further out in front.
The kicker on.
you get down near the goal line, this is where having a sure-handed tight end becomes a luxury, and it pays off big time, especially when the defense sells out against the run. He finds himself open for an easy touchdown.
The extra point splits the uprights, and they open the lead up now to 25. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
Fielded just outside the goal line. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line.
At their own 23-yard line.
A look at the running back, the man out of the backfield as he gears up to go again. We've seen him be good so far. He's hoping to continue that trend here in quarter number 3.
And typically when you see guys running it this well, they see the game in slow motion, don't they? They see the cuts happen, they see the blocks happen, they feel really good about their vision, and then they use their legs to find that open space.
And he's had some good help up front to boot.
Phoenix, Arizona's the spot. Glad to have you along for the ride. Third quarter action and a 2nd and 10 upcoming. Once more, they turn to Patterson. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11.
Yes, indeed. That play there, that reminds me of some of the guys that I played with. They have that suddenness, able to get into the backfield almost about the time the ball snapped and make a play. How about that tackle for a loss?
Absolutely. He did a lot of that last week when he was named the NFC Defensive Player of the Week. One of the guys on the team would say, yeah, we called him the disruptor. And that's carrying forward again.
Makes sense, doesn't it?
And he'll be brought down at the 28, and that is well short of the first. The completion good for only 6, and that'll bring up 4th.
4th down.
On is the punt team now as this one's sent away. They'll score that a 36-yard punt, and possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. Arizona getting ready to go as they take the field. They've really distanced themselves. They have put the pedal to the metal, I guess, so to speak.
So definitely have them in the rearview mirror, don't they?
Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. Able to fall on it, but look where they recovered it. That's a big loss.
A lot of bad news on that play for them, wasn't there? Lost the football, lost a lot of yardage, but I think the good news outweighs it. Able to retain possession. That was big for them.
Now a nice throw here, right side. He hauls it in.
And all the way down to the 22-yard line. A big play there on the catch and run. 57 yards. And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the 3rd quarter has come to a close. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports.
3 tight ends in the ball game here on 1st and 10.
Here we go.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And he'll take this inside the 20 and down to the 18. The excellent play last time is followed by a much more routine gain of 3. Charles, you said earlier this defense is probably going to need to hold these guys right around 20 or under that if they were going to have a chance. It was evident pretty early on that wasn't going to happen.
Yeah, they left 20 behind a long time ago in this game, didn't they? It looks like they're headed towards a big number. But 20 was the threshold because that kept them in the ball game and kept the pressure off of their own offense.
Back to throw here. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. From 6 yards away. And the Cardinals add on.
I'm not sure what other ground there is to cover here. I mean, this offense has been amazing. Just total domination, Charles.
They've clicked so well, and if you really focus in on the offensive line, they've protected well when they've wanted to throw the ball. They've moved people off the line of scrimmage when they've wanted to run it. Smiles all the way around. This offense has been really good in this one.
That'll be taken about a yard deep. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24.
Their own 24-yard line.
Out comes Washington's offense as they get set to take over here.
Well, I think that the folks here had hoped that maybe this home atmosphere would carry their guys to a surprise victory, but it does not appear that that's going to be the case. There's too much to handle on the other side in this one.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. On the screen pass. That's complete. The first down screen pass, good for 5.
All defenses worry that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam come out of the backfield, it can turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people. But they were right there waiting, and they stopped him for a minimal gain.
And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44.
15 yards on the play, first down.
Well, this game was decided a while ago, and that completion there is going to artificially inflate his passing numbers. So right now, the only one really applauding probably his agent as he thinks about angling for a new contract.
So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Throwing right, and that's complete.
And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45.
86.
Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down.
Washington.
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. And he's got his man on the out route. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40.
Let's just make this one simple. Could he be any more open than he was on that play?
And they lost him going to the outside.
Hard to believe because you go through your accounting on each and every defensive snap. Who's got who, what defense you're in. That was totally a blown coverage.
Here's a throw out wide, complete to his running back right side. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Cardinals' 28. They picked up 5 yards last time. Now they double it and get 10 here.
Well, this game is certainly pretty well over. They can go ahead and mark it in the win column. But as a defense, they don't want to get so soft now that everybody just throws the ball all over the place against them, gets big yardage, and puts points on the board. They have pride, too, on that side of the ball.
On first down, he'll drop to throw. Looking left side, it's complete. He's got it. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. It's another 10 yards on that one and another first down. They run with Patterson. Able to fight for about 4 yards there to the 13.
On any running play that's called, they're always hoping that it's going to break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice gain like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play again, continue to move the ball on the ground, or you can decide to throw the ball now because usually you have the defense back on its heels.
It's a loss of a yard. And it's third.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through. But that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
Out of the gun now on third down. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
We've seen that the deep ball has been a part of their game plan all afternoon, but they've had trouble hooking up on it, unable to successfully find the end zone over the top.
So out comes a field goal team now for the second time here today.
A 32-yard attempt.
The kick by Elliott is good. And that will knock this down to still a very large 29-point deficit. Well, in the grand scheme of things, those 3 points likely not going to matter much, but I guess they get a little closer, a little more respectability.
Yeah, you're exactly right. They've been outplayed all game long, but like my mom used to tell me all the time before I went out, dress up a little bit, son. Make yourself respectable. And that's what they're doing here. They're just dressing up the final score.
Here's the Arizona offense now as they get set to take over. And this crowd has certainly liked what they've seen. Their guys fully expected to win this one coming in, and they have not disappointed as they've got the big lead here in the fourth. But he cannot avoid the pressure as the Washington pass rush gets home. Chase Young. What a play by him. That's going to go as a loss of 13.
Well, so much for setting the tone of the drive offensively. Giving up a big sack that loses that kind of yardage, not a great start.
That'll net 7 yards on the ground, but it'll leave him with a healthy distance still to go on third down. Going right side here, and that's complete. They pick up 10, but it'll still lead to a fourth down. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Cardinals, they've got the football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Going for a right side here, complete.
That's good.
And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. Fourth down, no problem. Just a ho-hum pickup of 14 to keep the offense on the field. They'll tussle for it, and this is going to be caught. Another strong gain on the last 2 plays. They've moved it a combined 33 yards.
First and 10 at the 37-yard line.
and looks like he'll throw here. Throwing right, and that's complete. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly.
Well, there's just about a minute left in this game, and they're still taking it into the end zone. And you know they could have taken a knee there, but they decided to play this one all the way out. And I think their philosophy is, we're going to give you everything we've got. If we just go ahead and take a knee now, we're actually showing you disrespect that way, like taking pity on you. They're not about to do that to their opponent.
That'll be taken about a yard deep.
And down he goes just shy of the 25. Now a penalty marker is down. Let's see what that's about. Well, that holding call set him up with not great field position.
Not at all when you tack on the penalty. But that field position after the return wasn't terrific. It's not a great starting field position as well.
They'll look to throw now on first down. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 22. And they will score. It's a pick six for the Cardinals touchdown.
The kicker on for the point after.
Defensively, they've had their way in this one. That pick six makes that scoreboard even more lopsided.
I remember talking with a guy in the league, and I said, what do you do when the game's like this? You know, it's pretty much over. You ready to go to the bench and hang out? He said, oh, heck no. I want to stay on the field. I might get some stats. I might get a pick or two.
You like being out there at the end of these wide margins.
When they have to throw it, that gives you more opportunities to go get it.
This taken in about 4 yards deep. And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25.
A look at Washington as they come onto the field.
And just looking ahead, it would appear that that bye week is coming at the right time. They'll have 2 weeks to chew on this one, though probably not one that they want to chew on. A poor performance from start to finish.
The pass.
That one good for 10 yards. And it'll be second and very short.
And after that completion, you can understand why so many teams in the league are emphasizing speed on defense at every position. The tight ends have created some pretty tough matchups now. If you can't run with a tight end as a linebacker, this is going to be the result every time.
A gain of 13. It's a first down.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. And it's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. The drive keeps moving.
Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 36. And he'll get this one out to the 50 to the midfield stripe.
Intercepted. The Cardinals take over first and 10.
Good starting field position for them as they come up first and 10 right at the 50-yard line. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. He'll air this one out for Mims. And he's going to be intercepted a third time. Picked off by Grant Delpit. And that will write a finish to this ball game.
Today's final score, Cardinals.
Big offensive explosion help leading them to victory. And the defensive guys, they're just saying, hey, put those points up every week. We'll just keep winning.
They will gratefully accept them, won't they? It makes their job that much easier when they're scoring that many points. Allows them to play with a totally different style and a different flow.
So for the Cardinals, their good start continues as they get their record up to 4-2. And they'll be able to enjoy this one through the bye week.